Hello everyone. ఢిల్లీ సల్తనేట్ పార్ట్ 1 పార్ట్ 2లో లెసన్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ చేయడం జరిగింది కదా. ఈ వీడియోలో ఢిల్లీ సల్తనేట్ క్వశ్చన్స్కి సొల్యూషన్స్ చూద్దాము. ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్కి సొల్యూషన్స్ కోసం ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ స్టేట్ 7th క్లాస్ సోషల్ స్టడీస్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ ఇంకా మరికొన్ని సోర్సెస్ రిఫర్ చేయడం జరిగింది. మొదటగా క్వశ్చన్స్కి ఆన్సర్స్ చూద్దాము. ఈ ఆన్సర్ సింపుల్గా అందరికీ అర్థమయ్యేలాగా ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. First question, write about Bandgan system introduced by Iltutmish. Iltutmish purchased slaves for military services. They were called bandagans. He was confident about the loyalty of slaves and their dependence on their king. It was continued during Khalji's and Tughlaqs. The heirs of the bandagans who were loyal to sultans were appointed as generals and governors. Second question లో మ్యాప్ ఇచ్చారు. ఇండియా అవుట్లైన్ మ్యాప్ పైన ఢిల్లీ, నేపాల్, ఆఫ్ఘనిస్తాన్, దౌలతాబాద్, గుజరాత్ ఈ ప్లేసెస్ని లొకేట్ చేయాలి. ఫస్ట్ ఢిల్లీ, సెకండ్ నేపాల్, థర్డ్ ఆఫ్ఘనిస్తాన్, ఫోర్త్ దౌలతాబాద్, ఫిఫ్త్ గుజరాత్. Third question, collect and paste the pictures of any 5 rulers of the Delhi Sultanate on a chart and write about them in 5 lines each. ఇక్కడ 5 రూలర్స్ గురించి ఈచ్ 5 లైన్స్ ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. వీరి పిక్చర్స్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో ఉన్నాయి. కుతుబుద్దీన్ ఐబక్. He was the slave commander of Muhammad of Ghori. After the death of Ghori, he declared independence. He was the founder of Mamluk or slave dynasty. He ruled with Lahore as his capital. He was well known for his generosity. Iltutmish. He was the first ruler among Delhi sultans to rule from Delhi. He was the son-in-law of QUTUBUDDIN Aibak. He introduced Bandgan system. Delhi Sultanate became stable under his rule. Iltutmish implemented the Ikhta system. RAZIYA Sultan. RAZIYA Sultan was the daughter of Iltutmish. She was the first female ruler of the subcontinent. RAZIYA's accession was challenged by a section of nobles. Though she was an efficient ruler, she was dethroned by a group of nobles in 1240. She married to one of the rebels, Alauddin, to regain power. Alauddin Khalji. Alauddin was the successor of Alauddin Khalji. He was the most powerful ruler of Khalji dynasty. Alauddin Khalji conquered many regions in North India like Ranthambore, Chittor, Malwa, etc. He took strong measures to control Mongol invasions. He was known for his strong administration. Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was most learned yet an eccentric ruler. He was proficient in philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, etc. He was an excellent warrior and a good administrator. He waged wars with the Turkish nobles, Rajputs, and established a vast kingdom. But due to the lack of practical judgment, he gained the name as the madman in Indian history. Fourth question, write a brief note on the administration of the Delhi Sultanate. The Sultan was the head of the empire. They ruled in accordance with Shariat or the Islamic law. The Sultanate was divided into smaller units, ikhtas, shiks, paraganas and villages. The Sultan authority was supreme in all aspects of administration. They had well-established village administration as well. Fifth question, what is your opinion on introducing copper and brass coins during the Tughlaqs? Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced token currency in copper and brass coins. His experiment was a miserable failure as the people could not grasp his idea. In my opinion, the use of copper and brass coins could be a better alternative for gold and silver coins. Sixth question. Write a few words on social and economic life of Delhi Sultanate. Social life. The Muslims of foreign origin stood first in the society with many privileges. The Indian Muslims were downgraded to the second place and occupied jobs like teachers, judges, etc. The remaining people, like artisans, small traders, and shopkeepers, were considered working class. Economic life. Agriculture was the main occupation. One third of the produce was collected as land revenue. Textile industry was the main industry. Trade was carried in both ways, internal and international. Important cities for internal trade are Delhi, Daulatabad, Lucknow, Lahore, Multan, etc. Iran, Arabia, Africa, China, and European countries were connected to international trade. Seventh question. Explain the administrative failures of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Though Muhammad bin Tughlaq was the most learned ruler, his administrative measures were a failure. He changed the capital from Delhi to Devagiri to establish it as strategic point. He ordered the entire population to move with bed and baggage. Many died during the travel and some after reaching the destination. His introduction of token currency in copper coins is also a failure. Agricultural reforms were two ill calculated experiments which proved a miserable failure of Muhammad bin Tughlaq.